Hello everyone. I really appreciated Mark's teaching this week and the question that came with it. And I would say yes, I have had times of legalistic rule making, times where I have tried to make my performance to be the way of earning God's acceptance and His love. I've added times of performance, added rules, put myself into the equation of thinking that I can overcome my sins, overcome my guilt by my own methods. And sometimes my thinking might have been like this: I must do this Christian looking thing or else God will not like me. I ought to try harder and add some set of rules to keep myself pure, or else God won't approve of me anymore. The only way to get over the condemnation I'm feeling is to try harder and wash myself more fully, and maybe God will accept me if I keep on asking for forgiveness and looking for that forgiveness. Of course, Satan is accusing us at these times, isn't he? And we may think in fear at certain times, but we need to let go of these legalistic ways and trust God and trust in the blood of the cross of Jesus when he said in Galatians 3:13, Christ redeemed us from the curse of the law. We do then, as Mike says, we go to the divine display, the public showing, the spectacle, the exhibit of the world's most amazing time of salvation for us, when the body of flesh of Jesus, who is the Son of God himself, went to that old rugged cross. And as the word of that hymn says, until the trophies of myself are put down, until our self-performance and rule-making and legalistic attitudes and thinking are washed away in the sight that we see before us. We see that the curse was dealt with as we look to Jesus. We see that he was beaten and nailed by man. He was doomed by our punishment, accursed by the demands of the law. He was detested by man and found loathsome and odious by his own Father, because his Father looked down and saw a world of abominable sin upon Jesus, a world of sin that needed to be dealt with according to divine justice, the divine punishment that it was due. According to Deuteronomy 27:26, cursed is anyone who does not uphold the words of this law by carrying them out. And there's no way that we have in our hands, in our feet, in our mouths, in our thinking to overcome the demands of the law. But Jesus did it in our place. And we know that now, positionally, in our stance with God, in our identity with God, that will never change now, because it has been dealt with at the cross. When our attitudes take us off into legalistic ways, we can just come back to the cross and be washed away of those attitudes, renew our minds at the cross, and know that we have a new life where our permanent standing will never change as believers who place our trust in the work of the cross. Hallelujah. The redeemed are saved from the curse of the law. I'd love to just share with you some verses from a hymn that I found, and it's named Free from the Law, O Happy Condition. Free from the law, O happy condition, Jesus has bled and there is remission. Cursed by the law and bruised by the fall, Christ hath redeemed us once and for all. Once for all, O sinner, receive it. Once for all, O doubter, believe it. Cling to the cross, the burden will fall. Christ has redeemed us once for all.